What's up guys? Today we are in Taipei, Taiwan, and we're going to explore the historic district, which also happens to be the newest part of town. So let's go check it out, see what we find.
We got off at the, Longshan stop, which is only one away from where we're staying. And we've noticed this farmer's market here, which is right here. It's called the Farmer's Market Expo. We're gonna check that out real quick first. And as a heads up, there is an airport right over there. There's an airplane like literally right overhead, and it scared the crap out of me this morning. So if you come down to the expo, just watch out for that. Exactly what I mean.
Yeah, it's
But the last one was bigger. It was like a commercial jet.
It was, yeah. The quality of the food at the street market is like really high. Look at that display case of those little pastries.
They have some really nice tables out and stuff.
Yeah,
like
they
that
do.
One's like faux marble.
Yeah, this is fancy
I know.
stuff.
They have a whole map.
Oh, I see.
It's so
Bakeries up.
Ah,
That's specifically for bakeries. That makes sense.
interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if the normal farmer's market is like this.
Maybe it's just a themed one for today.
Maybe.
Seems like a shame to walk away from this place without eating anything, but at the same time, we kind of got to get on with our day.
Yeah.
All right, back to the main mission. We're here to see a famous temple or two.
Yeah, but this seems worth stopping by. I don't know if it's normally a farmer's market. It says farmer market.
Nice one. Yeah. Come on, Randy.
Lost my words. Don't even know what happened there. Anyways, I'm saying it says farmer's market on the signs and on Google, but over here it says the Expo Park.
I think that's an Expo Park in there,
Okay,
but where we're at just happens to be something for bakers.
whatever. It was cool.
So far, we've explored the new part of Taipei, which is the eastern part. As you go further west in the city, you get towards the Tamsui River, which is the historic part of town, and you start to get old temples. So this is the first really old temple that we've seen, and it's a Confucian temple from 1879.
Wow.
And it was interestingly built and then almost immediately destroyed by the Japanese that wanted to root out Chinese culture, and they replaced it in 1930 to be a Shinto temple, and then after the end of World War II, they turned it back into the Confucian temple. It's pet friendly.
Oh,
Wow, it's so cool.
so cool.
And I guess this is supposed to be austere. Confucian style, from what I read, is like less flashy. There's less art.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he was kind of a serious, no-nonsense type of guy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Wow, if this is what a sober and austere Chinese temple looks like, I wonder what like a real, not toned down one looks like.
Wow, that temple is super, super cool. It is beautiful, and it's crazy to think that this doesn't feature a lot of art. So I'm excited to see something that does have a lot of art featured in it eventually. But pretty cool. And they had a little section where you could learn about Confucianism too if you want.
Yep, and now we're gonna go right across the street to another famous temple,
Sweet.
because the Datong district is just packed full of them.
I was noticing that when we were walking through the neighborhood. There's so many temples. It's colorful. Lots of older plants, so the trees are all tall and all twisty, and it just looks really cool.
Totally different than Xinye.
Yeah,
Exits
definitely.
that way.
Oh.
But I'm gonna give them their brochure back.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. You don't need it.
That one over there.
We just made it to the Bao'an temple, and I guess this is for a local Taiwanese religion that's a mix of Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. It's pretty cool. And looking at the outside, you can already tell it's way more decorated than the other one.
Wow, it got really noisy right then.
Yeah, an airplane, another one. This temple is crazy cool.
I know. The Confucian Temple, I guess, was like sober and austere, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, wow, it's really ornate. But this like shows a comparison, you know, like how much art there is. Like every surface is detailed, it seems like.
Yeah, and there's a lot more paintings. Like all these crazy, so cool.
I know, there's like intricate art on like every surface, like paintings on doors, and every little bit of the temple is sculpted, the eaves, like every column has got gold characters on it. There's all these cool statues everywhere. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, lots of great paintings and intricate carving work. It's crazy. What is this?
It's a Chinese New Year float.
Oh, they kept it, even though it was a while ago now. Wow, it's really cool. Wow, this temple is just beautiful. I love this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now we gotta hop on the train and go south so we can get to the next part of the old town.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so right around the corner from the temple is Huaxi Night Market, and it's late enough to eat here and we're hungry, so we're gonna get some snacks, and then we're gonna do some other stuff. And as far as this market goes, it used to have a really bad reputation. I don't know if it does still, but it was the red light district until the 1990s when prostitution was outlawed. And then they started selling snake meat, and I guess that ended in 2018. And now they do seafood maybe? I don't know, but we're gonna have to explore it and see what it's about.
I'm very hungry.
Yeah, let's get some food.
I'm really excited for this. I was starting to get a little bit hangry. So this is some sort of Taiwanese pork bun. We saw them open up these steam buns. They put some sort of powder in it. I'm not sure what it is. Peanut. Sweetened peanut powder. Some greens, cilantro, and it looks like braised pork belly.
Oh yeah, so those are pickle or boiled mustard greens.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Really delicious. Look at that. Just fall apart pork.
Does it deserve the Michelin recommendation?
The cilantro, really, which is what makes it. It adds that fresh note that this just really needs, and it's so good. A little sweetness from the peanut. The pork is so soft, just falls apart. Some nice veggie flavor from the greens.
All right, let's give this bad boy a try. Oh yeah, that's seriously delicious.
Yeah.
It's like a slab of bacon. So it's not just like they boiled pork belly. They boiled pork belly until it's falling apart in like spices and soy sauce. I would have never thought to put like sweetened peanuts on a dish like this. Wow.
I think we might have to get another one of those, like right now. Did it really end in 2018?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said, allegedly.
Allegedly.
The internet's not always correct. But that there is a boa constrictor.
Maybe it's just for decor. Although, based on the pictures, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
You want to eat some boa?
You know, if it wasn't so expensive, I would be more about it. I think that's supposed to say snake soup. Stir-fried snake. Cobra drink.
Cobra drink. What is this? Snake part?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, that one up there in the corner is actually cordyceps mushroom and tortoise jelly. The ones that look like stir fry in the middle is crispy bee pupa. That's turtle broth, the black background one. The bottom one is snake meat set meal, and then the bottom right one is snake broth for $1.50.
Ah.
And it's a 55-year-old shop.
Wow. Oh, there you go. There's an orangutan eating with them. See that picture?
Give you an idea for what type of place this is.
Look, there's more.
Oh.
So it's not just the covered stalls.
As I understand it, this is actually another street market, but it's like basically stuck right to it, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this one has more like regular street food. Chocolate, one.
Xixi.
We've seen these all over. There's some sort of stuffed pancake or something. They have these hot griddles that they fill with, their pancake dough, and then they fill them up and slap them together, and you get these like two sides. It's crispier than I expected.
It looks crispy. It looks nice and golden.
Yeah, there's also sesame seeds in it.
Oh.
Wow. It's like a crispy pancake with chocolate pudding inside.
Ooh.
And it's like a dark chocolate pudding too. It's quite rich actually. I'm very surprised at how good this is.
It is like a pudding, but it's really thick, and you're right. It's like they put like just pure cocoa powder in it. It's not too sweet either, so that's really good. Okay, right at the end of the night market, which is right there, is the Longshan Temple. And we're gonna stop there really quick before getting more food because we want to see it before it gets dark out, so.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so this
here.
is like one of the most important temples here because it's one of the oldest. It was built in 1738 and it's been destroyed a bunch of times. And I think this one that we're looking at is from 1814. And it's always been built by the citizens and sort of kept up by the local community. So everything here has been done by volunteers.
Wow.
And it's also the only one that has bronze pillars instead of
Yeah,
stone.
that's what I was reading outside, that all the pillars in it are bronze. That's quite unusual.
Yeah, very fancy stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool, I can say already, just like the other ones we saw in the front weren't nearly as elaborate.
For sure. It also said on the placard that this is another temple that it's one of the Taiwanese folk religions, so Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism.
Ah, Bao'an.
Bao'an, yes.
Man, this is like serious. They have like a fake waterfall over there and everything.
Wow. We've gotten a bit of weather. I don't know if it's gonna clear up.
Does it need to?
I guess not.
I'm waterproof. Yeah, I know. Just put the rain fly on and the umbrella and I'll get wet.
This temple was beautiful. And we actually met somebody who was born here in Taiwan. And he told us that this is one of the most decorated temples in Taipei. So I guess they believe that the more decorated it is, the more likely your prayers are to come true. So a lot of people come here to pray. And he also explained what these red things that people were throwing were. I guess they're talismans. So they have wishes and they throw them on the ground, and I guess the way they land and the direction they point tells you whether or not they'll come true. That's kind of neat. I had no idea that was a thing. But we gotta get on to the next spot and hope we don't catch any more rain. So, because it's raining, we decided to skip the night market for a second time to eat more, and we're going to head straight to the Ximen district on the blue line, which is right here across the street from the temple. This sign blinks if it's raining from the train station. That's genius.
Now we are in the Ximen district, which is the newest part of town and the oldest part of town. But anyways, it's where all the young people hang out. And you can see it's got all sorts of neon lights and lots of stores and stuff geared towards young people and of course, young people. It's Saturday night and people are partying, but unfortunately we can't show you too much because it's pouring down rain. So we're gonna be a little bit limited, but we'll do our best.
This part of town is super cool. I see why people compare it to parts of Tokyo. Just tons of flashing lights, lots of modern stores, tons of people. The rain's adding this cool atmosphere. Although it's a little hard to film. And there's lots of amazing smelling food, which I kind of want some right now. Okay, I think we're both on board with this.
Yeah, let's get dinner.
The rain's all over the place. We got one classic Taiwanese dish, which we're going to get to in a second. And we wanted to try something new tonight. So we ordered something called teriyaki. And we got it with cheese. I'm not totally sure what it is. I believe it's Korean. But,
Look at that.
oh yeah.
It's supposed to be similar to mochi.
Really?
Yeah.
A savory mochi?
Spicy?
It's spicy. I know you said it was like mochi, but that texture is not expected. It's stuck with something too.
But what does it taste like, Brandi?
I don't think it's cheese.
Probably is cheese.
I like it. It's like a chewy, little gooey, like noodle. Like almost like you said like noodle dough. If that makes sense, because it's probably rice flour.
So, they do this thing in Taiwan where they fry the chicken and then they dip the chicken in barbecue sauce and then they grill the chicken when they're done to give it an extra crispy finish. But otherwise, this is just an extra large, flattened out chicken breast, breaded in wheat flour and potato starch, make it extra crispy. That's pretty delicious. The chicken itself is super juicy, and then it's like just fantastic. You know, it's like spicy and barbecue saucy and Chinese 5 spicy, and it's great. A little smoky flavor from the grilling. Okay, so there's this building called Red Hall, 1914. The Japanese built it as the first market hall, and it has since become a cultural arts area and also the gay district. So right behind it in Ximen.
This is it?
Yeah, it's very small. It's like the smallest I think I've ever seen in a country, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like 8 bars in like this one neighborhood, and like that's it. That's all we've seen.
That was pretty good timing.
Yeah, it was like mighty convenient.
And it was fun. Everybody was having a blast.
Reminds me like the spirit of like a sports team or something. There's not like a lot of other like groups of people that have like the same energy.
I love it. Anyways, I think that's the last thing we had to do here in this district.
Yeah, and if you liked our video, watch another one. It really helps us out.
All right, see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.